should be some sort of
Island?
lake.
Water? Yes.
Water. All right. Okay, so first of all, thank you everyone for making the time and allowing us to look at a little bit of what we have been doing for GP. And as Blake indicated, this is a demo, so things happen. I'm going to launch Excel first, and we know that GP is not going to have a lot of new stuff. So that's our job. That's what we would like to do. And we would like to start generating additional functionality for you as the user to be able to enhance your current implementation and have more access. So to tools. So let me go and put here smart list, and I'm going to go to the transactions. And when I do that, I'm going to do search, and I'm going to say, show me uh, a million transactions. While that happens, and it is counting here, I'm going to do the same, and I'm going to say, show me all records for the financial, and yeah, show me all the transactions. So when it is doing exactly the same, except that this one already finished in 2.7 seconds, and it's already in Excel. So I can do anything that I normally do with my Excel um, without having to wait for first here to load and then to upload. Same functionality as Excel. As a smart list, I have my column search. I can go and do adjustments and make changes into my word clause. I have the ability to see SQL reporting services. I don't have it in this demo version, but all your reports are right here. And when you click it, they automatically show up in Excel. SQL views, you can click we have hundreds of views that we have created for our users. So you can put them in here and they will automatically generate. Or one card, if you are doing an analysis on a particular customer or vendor, you start typing American, it will look for you. You press the vendor, and it will give you the summary information about this vendor so you can continue doing your search. That's a smart list. Uh, Everything that happens here is read only. You cannot push information back into GP. But we also have the ability to paste information back into GP, and you have here the templates. Um, the templates are normally color-based, so you will know what type of information you need to upload. So let me show you one that I already have created, and I call it 1000 J's. And the reason I call it that is because supposedly we have here about 992 lines. So I'm going to click select. I'm going to press Control C, just for those who care. You put the cursor inside any part of the range, you press Control A, it automatically notes the range, Control C copies. And then I'm going to paste, but I'm going to paste inside GP. And I'm going to put clock. Sometimes those things get a little bit interesting when we do that. So I'm going to put a stopwatch here. And I'm going to bring my transaction window decide. I already have the copy paste, so I'm going to do and say paste. And it says that it already has some lines that has 0 credit and 0 debits on the same line. Do you want to ignore those lines? So I'm just going to say yes. I'm going to start pasting. So 1000 lines being uploaded into GP through the transaction enter window. I'm using the actual GP functionality. Oh, let's stop it. And according to this, it took 10 seconds to upload about 1000 lines and over 100 journal entries. This functionality that you just saw, it exists in about 50 different windows. So you can pay sales orders, purchase orders, vendor master, etc. You have all the templates included in GP, and you are also have them included here in TGP Plus. All right, so the next phase that I wanted to talk is let me bring you one smart list that will help me um, make this a little more clear. So this item, for example, it's correct, but I'm going to put here a one, and then into the warehouse, I'm going to put a space, and into this vendor, I'm going to take out a zero. Going to select the range, some range. What we will do, or TGP Plus will do, will read the header and it will know exactly what happened. So when I click verify, it will, let me just take this out. It is highlighting what is not a vendor. This red indicates that this item does not exist, which is the one that I modify, same as here. And this vendors that does not exist is in red, and the one that is normally just as it was. This one that is darker is means that the item it is in inactive. If this vendor was inactive, it will also be placed in darker. All right, so let's go and open a new tab here. I'm still in the same spreadsheet. And we have one tool that it's called TGP Plus AI. Normally, um, we or Microsoft has not announced and will not announce AI inside GP. So if I can ask natural language, and ask TGP Plus to go and translate that into a report or into a SQL script that it will help me create that report. The first thing is, I don't know if you heard the term human in the loop, which means it's like having a meeting and deciding we want a report that shows all the vendor items. And you said, okay, so we're going to do the vendor invoices where the doc type is equal to 1, and the results will filter only for active vendors. Okay, just click execute. It's right there. So we have all the open items. I can ask almost any question. Show me top 10 items. But there's times that there's errors. It's AI. It is creating trying to understand, and if it fails, it will try again, and it will give you the the SQL statement. This tool that you're seeing here, the only thing that is doing is generating a SQL script. Let me close it again, close this. I'm not going to save it and open it again so the colors go back correctly. It's going to tell me that I'm logged in. So smart list, I'm sorry, this one. And they are currently, as you can see, well, right now I'm using my API key, but you can go and say, show me how much cash do I need at the end of the month. Normally, sometimes this one fails because it's saying that we are using the trial key for Anthropic, which is the one that is currently being used, has its own limits. But in this case, appears that it worked. So here is, again, human in the loop. This calculates your cash position. It's taking into account accounts payable, accounts receivable by the end of the month, and it also gives you some warnings. It is assuming that the AR that you currently have is going to be collected, etc. And here's the script. If you need that script, you just can copy to the clipboard the script and then just put in Excel, make your adjustments. This execution, it's read-only. There's no way that I can go and ask them what is the number day today. Whatever thing that I want to ask, this will not work. this will fail and it will give you a message indicating this is not a GP question. It has to be a GP question. We created a GP encyclopedia that has all the relationships and all the functionality and understands what post-it means and understand the table names and the description of the tables and fields. And that's why questions that are non-GP will not be processed in TGP AI. All right, so we have seen the smart list, we see the verify, we have seen TGP AI. As you can see here, it says that an error occurred. And for customers, for the first time when you install it, you have a trial of 100 questions. After that, you need to put your own key. Normally, each question costs between 1 and 2 cents. The cash position at the end of the month, Anthropic, I've seen that it has charged up to 4 cents. So they're not expensive. Probably, depending on the number of users you have, you can go up to $200 a month, but it is not that much money. Okay. Now, we do want to have a better GP, and this is the screen that we're used to, and this is the screen that takes a while to upload. We are developing, or we just developed a tool that identifies, and it will show you why it is slow. Some of that information will be available to you next month, but as you know, just for you to know, we have to identify that sometimes some of your installations are still asking for Skype. I don't know if you remember that tool. So it takes a while to upload. So we're making even GP, we're making it a lot faster. But this is something I'm very interested in. I'm going to go and see this vendor. And this is my regular window. I have something called elastic windows. And in this elastic window, it's the ability to add more fields into your GP window just right there. But TGP Sentry is an intelligence engine. So let's go take a look. I'm looking at this vendor. I just selected and it says the confidence score on this vendor is 40, and it explains to you why. And I'm gonna try to go a little bit faster because there's a lot of information but you will be able to have for every user an assistant. You are going to augment every user by having somebody helping and finding out things that normally don't show in your windows. Let's go take a look at purchase orders. I like this very much because this really helps. I have seen incredible errors in purchase orders in my life as a consultant as well. For example, this one, why are you ordering that? You already have, it will make you have 6 months worth of inventory. It will increase your, this item will go into 6.5. So you have a second set of eyes with an intelligence engine sitting next to you. All right. One thing that I have been requested a couple times is that I want to put some guardrails. And guardrails means I don't want people changing, for example, the bank account number. So I put a 2, and it will ask me, are you sure an approval will be sent? So Titanium does connect to Power Automate, and it will send messages. I am going to show you the two messages that I got. The first one is this one. This message was sent to me by Power Automate. So the process of the guardrail called Power Automate. And the second one is the sent by Titanium. It has the ability to go and say, this vendor was recorded. So you can have two ways to send notifications and alerts to your users in case something happened. Last one that I'm going to show you in a PowerPoint, and there's a reason for that because it takes a little bit of time to present. But Just so you know, in case you want to see it, it is right here. Just going to TGP Sentry, and then there's some options in there. And the first one that you're going to see, it is the intelligence dashboard. You have 6 users, 89 unposted batches, 39 entries, the GL, how the system has behaved over this month. Uh, we have some issues that is concerning missing tax ID, vendors on hold, items that are idle for 90 days in the warehouse, so we're making that a little bit complicated for your numbers. You also have a vendor performance scorecard that will tell you minor documentation issues, time is taking a long time to to deliver the goods. There are some risks with some of your vendors, the inventory. This one is complicated because it will show you the ones that are in critical status. You don't have enough units, how much inventory you have, but there's a research button. If you click that research button, it will go and do an analysis. It's going to connect to also to Anthropic, and it's going to do an analysis on the particular item. In this case, is the Logitech wireless mouse. It's going to tell you the range, anything that it finds. It takes about 1 minute to generate this window. It will tell you where you can find it. It will tell you, it will read the instructions and specifications, and this will do this for each of the items. So in pretty much in line, that's what I wanted to show you. I could spend hours in all the stuff that we're doing, like address validation and more connections to AI. This product, everything you see it, including the audit, which is the same as the auditor that you have the ability to record every change. It's for 49 a month, and it's all users, does not require a new user license. All the ones in TGP Plus are the same that you can use in the system. That means that it takes your security and it uses it in TGP Plus. Amy?